My name is T, and I'm from Silicon Valley. I'm a user experience designer for Taxiwise, and then I was a sysadmin before working for 6 years. Got sick of corporate lifestyle, so that's when I met Jean-Marc Palo Alto.
Hi, my name is Jean-Marc. I'm also the co-founder of Taxiwise. Myself and team, we had a startup before called Taxiwise. We attended Paul's Orlando's boot camp. That's why we came to Hong Kong. And we met Lawrence through a bar camp.
Hi, my name is Lawrence. I've started my startup life in around 3 years. I used to be a sales and marketing people for 15 years, and I get tired of the corporate life as well. So I met with this guy in the bar camp. So we discussed, then we formed our new venture called Taxiwise.
Taxiwise is a service whereby an individual can book a taxi in advance and get the taxi to be used for a whole day, set of hours, or simply to be picked up and have the taxi wait up to 30 minutes for you. And what's different about Taxiwise is that everything can be done via a web online or mobile app, and you can schedule everything in your native language. The taxi gets all the information in his or her native language. Everything's scheduled in advance. It's painless, easy, and direct. And it's just not getting a taxi from A to B. You get a taxi personalized to you. So that's why we say it's not just a taxi, but it's a driver. In a sense, you get a driver.
We also think about Taxiwise. Why we have Taxiwise? You think about a lot of people can book their hotel room, can book their restaurant, can book their flight. Why you cannot book your taxi? Taxiwise, we solve this. We make the unified experience, for example, for the corporate executive, even for travelers. They can just do it through their agents or through online. They can do everything. You don't have to come to Hong Kong, have everything set up, but no taxi. I really think this is the way that people should have been treated.
One of the reasons we talk to taxi drivers is because we want to create a solution that encompasses all the equations, members of the equations, and taxi drivers are often left out. But they're key components in providing a service that allows people to get better value for their time, better costs, more efficient, and just in general. If you get taxi drivers to be happy and work with you, they in essence will pass on that happiness toward the passengers. In that sense, you guys get a better experience.
We talk to the taxi driver in order to understand what they really think in their mind. We found what they really want. So if we can satisfy what they want, actually we can solve the big piece of problem. And also one thing, we have to understand what their daily life, how they work. Then you can understand how to really fit in with their workflow. So then the Taxiwise package will be better for the customers. That's also one thing we really differentiate with other apps is we really talk to the supply side. We make sure the supply will always be there to meet the demand, the customers.
One of the other reasons we talk to taxi drivers is because we want to hear their stories, their complaints. There are costs that they need to pay at the end of the day to the taxi owners, and we want to see what bugs them.
We think we're changing the taxi landscape by providing more value than just getting an application that hails a taxi to get you from A to B. And then one of the challenges we'll have is teaching customers the general public, what's the difference about us. For us, you can get a taxi to take you on a tour of Hong Kong. Try doing that yourself outside. You won't be able to. But it's just more than that. You're creating more value, better time management, and you're pushing away the fear that, as a passenger, you have, which is a fear of uncertainty. And that's what one of the things we have to push forward is make sure that people understand with us, we can be trusted.
Actually, there's two kinds of taxi requirements. One is for instant, the people really in urgent, they want a taxi. And other one we talk about important. People really treat something really important. They need to have a taxi for a ride to a hospital, a ride to an airport. So we decided to do it, the last one, the later one was important. So we believe a lot of people really treat something really important. So we talk to people, then the people, yeah, that's true. We talk to a lot of potential customers, some people in the exhibition centers, they cannot find a taxi within 2 hours. Sorry, and we understand the people really need the taxi. They don't mind to pay premium. So this is our service coming up.
We're in a unique group because we need to satisfy both the passengers and the drivers. And maintaining that balance is a key to our strategy. It's one of the key strategies that we have to focus on. Because on one hand, you have the supply, which is the taxi drivers. You have to keep them well supplied, happy, satisfied, and make sure that in return they provide a better service than what they already have done so far. On the other hand, you have the passengers who are kind of new to this concept that we're providing, so they don't know what to expect, but we're promising good value, better service, and more efficient use of your time. So that's why maintaining the aspect that both of them, to make sure that both sides are happy, is one of the key strategies we are applying.
Also, we really talk to the taxi drivers as well as customers intensively. Talk to the taxi driver, make sure they think the service they provide is follow their flow. Also, they think the payment to them is satisfied for their need, because every day they have a lot of costs. Also, we talk to the customer. For example, we talk to them to see our package, is it really suitable to you? For example, the whole day tour, 5 sightseeing, is it good enough, or they want 6 or less, 4? Talk about the full days, they think about 4 destinations enough or 5, such etc.
The most challenging aspect of going through AcceleratorHK is actually trying to talk the local language, trying to understand how they operate here. Compared to where we're from, it's easier to talk to taxi drivers because everyone speaks English. But when we arrived here, it was a little more difficult for us because I would say 80–85% of them do not speak English.
One of the other benefits of going through that is we get to spend time with 5 other different startups. All of us are very different from each other, but that gives us a reason to help one another. So we're creating bonding, we support each other via technology, via skills, and in a sense it's more like a family than just a cohort. So we even schedule dinners together. So that's one of the good aspects about AcceleratorHK. It's more of a forming of a family that helps each other than anything else. AcceleratorHK provides a structure for us to be based on. Because without that structure, it would be harder for us to learn about creating a startup from the ground up. It's more than that. It's not just learning about new terms, new methodology, but it's like watching a kid grow, and you as a parent lead your kid to the right path. And I believe that's what AcceleratorHK does to us. In a year, we see ourselves spreading across Asia. We first wanted to target Hong Kong because of its economic system and the way things are done here. But if you look around, a lot of the Asian cities have a similar structure to Hong Kong. It's not all the same, so we need to localize it. But they have very similar aspects to it. So we see ourselves spreading to more cities if we can, creating a cross-border system where you can bring your technology from Hong Kong or the aspect of the customers, the values, and port it to a different city, and use Taxiwise somewhere else, and still get the same aspect, the same benefit, the same experience.
A couple of the reasons why we picked cross-platform development is because the faster turnaround time on the technology that was given, the support that we had from Telerik themselves. It's only one code base. You'll need to code multiple platforms, and then there's so many examples that we can use from the website.
And remember, not just a taxi, but a driver.